You've seen these creators showing off products, showing off different tutorials and whatnot using these top-down camera angles, but how do you get that? Can you do it on a budget, and can it be portable? Well, I have one set up right now, and I'm going to show you how I did it. What is going on, everybody? If you're new around here, my name is Finn Badgley. I am a commercial fashion and portrait photographer, and today we're talking top-down angles. That's right, this guy right here, how I set this up and how I can move it around, especially as I don't have a dedicated filming space that stays up 24/7. I like having something that I can take down and go on the move with very quickly, especially if I'm doing something for a client or anything like that where they want that flat lay top down look. This is a very quick and easy way that you can get away with it, and then you just know how to use a top down view for your videos. So looking at my setup currently, I am using a C-stand with a boom pole attached to a grip head. That's what we call these finicky little moving parts you see on the arm here. I have a spigot that I have screwed into the bottom of the camera. Other people have also put tripod heads on there as well, but I find this works just as well, and it saves you needing that extra bit of kit. So I just screwed that guy into the bottom of the camera and put it into the grip head there. You can see I put it into the larger of the multiple holes there, as that is the right size for that spigot. And you'll notice I keep everything on the right side of the C-stand here. As we all know, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey, if the weight is pulling down on that, it's only gonna tighten that arm and that grip head, so that way, no matter what, it's not gonna fall and potentially hurt you or somebody else or break a lens, because that's nothing nobody needs. With that, I also, just keeping safety in mind, you'll notice I also have the camera strap wrapped around that grip arm, and that is so that if anything does fall or anything like that, that strap will catch it. In the film industry, we also use these things called safety chains. It's basically a metal wire with a carabiner on it that you can attach and make sure that things aren't gonna fall, especially if the camera is over top of somebody or anything like that, getting a really artistic shot. The last thing you need is a camera falling on somebody's head. You're not gonna be happy, and they certainly will not be. Now, the tripod that I regularly put my camera on for these videos also has a feature where that middle arm comes up and lays flat, giving you that top-down view. And while I definitely have used this before, and if you're on the go and you need a really quick setup, it definitely gives that added functionality there. But the only thing that I have found is you can't really get too much reach out of it, because then your tripod is going to start tipping. You can obviously put a sandbag on it as well, as I would definitely recommend it. But even so, if you are doing something where you need a lot of length there, it's not gonna be ideal. Also, while we're talking sandbags, just sandbag your stands. Just do it. Just please, for the love of cameras, lights, everything out there, just sandbag your stands. It'll be safer and you won't have any broken equipment. Now, why would you need one of these top-down shots? Well, if you're doing something like a EDC setup, something like that, you want to show off some of your gear, some of your products and whatnot. Don't judge my very thick wallet. I carry a lot on me. But yeah, if you're looking to show off anything, different camera gear, anything like that, if you're doing like a what's in my bag kind of thing, definitely this angle is going to be perfect for that. This is something where you see a lot of unboxers use as well. If they're going in depth into a product, you probably want that top-down angle. Additionally, I made a couple iPad editing tutorials where I used a similar top-down angle to the one I am using right now, with pretty much the same setup. So if you want to check that out, link will be up here. And for all of my top-down shots that you see on this channel and you will see in the future, this is the setup that I am going with. Maybe when I have a dedicated filming space, I might install something more permanent, but this gives me a great portable solution for when you're on the go. You can use it for a variety of applications, and also it won't break the bank. You can pick up a C-stand that you can use for pretty much anything else, a light stand holding different flags, fill cards, 5-in-1 reflectors, that type of thing. And then you also have it as a top-down angle. These guys usually do come with these grip arms and grip heads attached, and if they don't, you can always get them separately or whatever, but usually try to look for one that has it, just so that way you can get this sucker up and going, and that way you are good to go. In fact, the C-stand with everything going on right here was actually less expensive than the tripod that my main angle right here is on. So definitely keep that in mind, especially if you're trying to work on a budget. Now, like I said, you can get tripod heads and stuff like that to attach to this guy if you want to make it a little fancier, and then that way you have a little more functionality and you can angle it in specific ways. But all the angles and everything that I need, especially for this top-down flat light angle, I just get from that grip head with that spigot on there. It does pretty much everything that I need it to, and it's never ever done me wrong. And you can take that as a fact because I've used this more times than I can count. It's especially good if you're doing even some lifestyle shots, if somebody's drinking some coffee or anything like that, and you have it top down, get the hand coming in, pulling it out, something like that just works really well. It's another angle that you can add in there to just tell a better story. This is not only applicable to video, but also photo. If you're looking for that sweet flat lay shot, that is one way that you can get it without needing to stand on a chair or something like that, trying to maneuver your camera to get the right angle, and it's never quite right. Your lines are always off some way or another. Now, the other question you might have is, how do you monitor this angle while you're filming? Now, my main angle, I have the flip out screen so I can kind of see myself a little bit, although I mainly look in the lens just so that way I know everything's in focus and I am where I need to be in the frame. But for this guy, I pretty much just focus it beforehand, leaving it on manual focus. That way it's not jumping around as I'm moving my hands up and down, showing things off. I'm not going to be showing something here and then it focuses on the background. It needs to hunt and then that kills my shot. So I just make sure to focus it, expose it correctly beforehand, and then in doing so, I know where the frame lines are. So I know if I'm showcasing something out here, it's going to be out of the frame, but if I pull it in, then you can see it clearly, and that way it just works as a very nice setup. Even though I can't actually monitor it while I'm shooting, I have faith because I know that I set it up beforehand so that way it would all be good. I make sure there's enough room on the card, batteries charged, and that the shot is properly exposed and in focus, and that way I don't really have anything to worry about. Oftentimes I will review the shot afterwards just to make sure I got everything in it that I needed, but that is just something that we all do anyways. It's just kind of your best practice kind of thing. So I don't really need to worry about it too much. I let it roll, let it do its thing, and then once it's done, everyone's happy and the shot looks great, as you can see. So with all that said, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and got some value out of it, especially if you're looking to add a top-down angle to your shots as well. So with that, leave a like, drop a comment if you like this kind of thing and you want to see more of it from me in the future. Subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the bell to be notified when I post new videos so you never miss an upload. Work hard, rest often, and as always, I will see you on the next one.